لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Welcome dear viewers to the vocabulary for this 10th lesson of Al-Qawl-Al-Sadid. So first of all, on the wazn of fa'ala, we have dalla yadullu, the amr is dulla, the masdar dilalatun. It means to indicate, and this is where the word dalilun comes from. Alright, but dalilun is also dalun, and the plural is adillatun and dalailu. So that is the indicator, right? These two are used for an indicator, and this is the plural as we said, and madlulun is what is indicated. Then again, on the wazn of fa'ala, we have alaha ya'lahu. Alright, I do not know what the amr would be for this particular fi'l. The masdar is uluhiyatun. Alright, so as you know from the aqidah classes, this means worship. So the maf'ul is ma'luhun and ilahun. I do not know what the fa'il of this particular fi'l is. It would theoretically be alihun. However, I have certain reservations on this being correct for this particular fi'l. Then a synonym to alaha is abada. Also on the wazn of fa'ala, abada ya'budu u'bud ibadatun, worship. The person doing so is a abidun or a abdun, and the one that is worshipped is ma'budun. Then we have jama'a yajma'u ijma' jam'un, that is to gather something, bring certain things together or compile things. The person doing so is jami'un, and what is gathered is majmu'un. You've certainly heard majmu' al-fatawa, the collection of fatawa of a particular scholar. Then on the wazn of af'ala, we have awjaba. So awjaba, you can see that the root word is wajaba, to be obligatory, or to have happened. Yani it's something that was, it happened, was unavoidable, there it is. Now, awjaba, as we said, the wazn of af'ala, it puts the meaning of the thulathi root onto another object. So, awjaba is to make something obligatory. Now, this can have two meanings, or it's used can be used in two different contexts. First of all, it's awjaba in the sense of making a ruling of something be obligatory, right? For example, awjaba Allahu salah. Allah made salah obligatory for us. Or awjaba is that a certain action that you do will bring about something for you and it will be inevitable. That's another word of awjaba. This is why you hear very often mujibul adab. This is a matter which will bring about torment. Right? When we say when sin spread in the community, this is something which will bring about a punishment for the whole community. May Allah preserve us. So, awjaba yujibu, awjib, the amr. Al-ijabu is the fact of making something obligatory. Mujibun is the one making something obligatory. So, in the case of the Sharia, we will say that Allah is mujibun of the orders. He is the one making these rulings. And when we're speaking about the second context, we say that these wrong actions, mujibul adab, is what will bring about torment. And what is made, what is brought about or what is ruled obligatory is mujabun. Now, pay attention, mujabun is also used to mean positive, as in opposed to positive and negative. So, mujab is positive and salb is negative. On the wazn of ifta'ala, istabara, which comes from the root words sabara, sabr, right? Patience. So istabara is like to take patience upon yourself, is to have patience till the next level. Istabara yastabiru, istabir, and the masdar is istibarun, the person doing so is mustabirun, and the maf'ul would be mustabarun. On the wazn of tafa'ala, which once again, it's like bringing the meaning upon yourself. Tafarrada, you can see that it's taken from the root word farada, which means single. So tafarrada is make yourself single. It's like stand out from the rest in a particular matter, right? Like you are doing something by yourself. You have done something by yourself, right? Very often you will hear in a hadith class, tafarrada bihi al-Bukhari. Al-Bukhari is the only one who narrated this hadith, right? Tafarrada bihi. He singled himself out with this. Tafarrada yatafarradu, tafarrad the amr. Tafarrudun. Oh, here is a mistake. Please correct this. Tafarrudun. This should be a dhamma, and here we should have a dhammatain, a dhamma with tanween. The person doing so is mutafarridun, and the maf'ul will be mutafarradun. Then on the wazn of ifta'ala, i'tabara, which comes from the root of abara or ibra, learning a lesson. I'tabara means to consider. I'tabara, ya'tabiru, i'tabir, consider something. Right? يعتبر ذلك الأمر. يعني فلان, he's considering this particular matter. Al-i'tibar is the consideration. We say, for example, when we speak about inheritance, for example, the kinship is the first thing that is taken into consideration. So we say هذا أول ما يدخل في الاعتبار, right? The first thing that is taken into consideration. So the person considering something is mu'tabirun. The thing which is considered is mu'tabarun. The word mu'tabarun is very often used to describe something of importance. Let's say we have in matters of science, religious science, we need a fatwa. While we go to a scholar who is mu'tabar in this particular field. We don't go to somebody who is either not at all specialized in that field if it's a very difficult question, or we don't go to a minor student of knowledge to ask for contemporary matters that are fairly complex. We say that this particular scholar is mu'tabar. هذا عالم معتبر. This is a scholar whose word we will take into consideration for this matter. Then other words, we have wajhun. So al-wajhu is the face. Wajhul insan, the face of the human being. But it's also used for aspect or from aspect of consideration. For min هذا الوجه كذا. يعني if we consider it this way, we see such and such, etc. So the plural is wujuhun and awjuhun. That's it for the vocabulary for this lesson. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.